So this lesson, we're going to cover single line text. So when you're working with your drawings, there's times where you're going to use your text to add maybe a note here or there, or in the case of a title block and border, you will be putting your name in, and each of those things are like individual. They don't connect together, so scale will be in one area, your name will be in another area. So being able to add each of those pieces of text by themselves. So you can be on your Home tab, or you can go to the Annotate tab. You'll see the same text options. We have multi-line and single line, and we're going to work with single line. But I'm going to go ahead and go to my Annotate panel. Again, multi-line, single line. I'm going to work with the single line. But before I do that, I want you to notice that you have a spell checker. You have an alignment text, which means you can pick your text and have them aligned to the left or right or whatever you're picking, and a justification option. So you can do some modifications with it after you've created it. Then you have text style. Currently we have a standard and an annotative. Standard when we're in model space, annotative when we're in a layout space. And that's because it will work the text around what your settings are for your drawing. Or you can manage the text styles. So I can go in here and say, well, standard right now is an Arial text, it's a regular font, and it's a 0 text height. And that's great. That's what we want to do in this class. We don't want to have a bunch of crazy fonts out there. But if for some reason you needed something different, you can create a new one. And we'll just call it just new. And we can go through and pick. So just like in Microsoft Word, you have hundreds of options for text. So the main goal for drafting is that they're going to be vertical or slightly inclined capital text. So you're going to notice some of these, that's all too bubbly. That would not work. So Broadway is not going to work. Century is okay, but there's some curvature in this, and there's too many little extra lines that might become hard to read. So that's why the Arial works out really well for the text. Or in AutoCAD, we simply have a thing called text. There's also a bunch of symbols related to these that we'll look at later when we get into the dimensioning. But this one's a real simple, looks like a typewriter almost. So there are those options. And that's usually the text that's used in dimensions. So it actually is an Arial when you're doing the dimension text. So that's how you would create a new one. You can go over here and change to be bold and italics and underlined if you needed that. And you can set the text height here. I kind of forewarn you that if you set the text height here, that is the text height that you're going to have for everything. It overrides anywhere that you would need text height. So I kind of keep that in mind. So I'm just going to close this because I'm not making any changes. And let's just address single line text. I click on single line text and it's going to ask me where do I want to put my text. At the bottom it talks about which font I'm in, what the height is it annotative, in this case no, and what the justification is, which is to the left. So I can say, well, I don't really like that style, or I need to justify it differently. And I have all these options. And if you're familiar with a typewriter, once upon a time you had to go to the middle and had to go backwards and to the right. So when you think about how these are labeled, T is for top left, top center, top right. Middle left, middle center, middle right, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. So if you took font and you identified to the left of the top of the text to the bottom, then you would know what those are. So right now it's just got justified to the left, which is perfectly fine. So if I don't change the justification, it just says where do you want to start your text. So wherever on my drawing I need text, I'll pick that point. And then it'll ask me to specify the height. There is a default value already here. I think the default in CAD is 0.2. So if you wanted to change this to say 0.5, now's the time to put that in. The angle of your text. Just like you read a book, everything goes left to right and it's horizontal. So in most cases, all the text that we're going to be doing in this class should always be read at a 0-degree angle, which is horizontal left to right. So you're probably not changing that default value of 0, so just hit enter. Now it's waiting. So it's got that blinking cursor on your screen here, waiting for me to type in. Now, in your notes, you may want to type upper and lowercase. But again, as I mentioned with setting a font style in CAD, you usually want to turn your caps lock on because most drawings require everything in caps. So any drafting standard requires all capital lettering. Oops, I can't spell today. So just type that in, and you'll notice I was hitting enter as it was going past my limits edge over here. So I hit enter here, it gave me another line. I hit enter, it gave me another line. It would not have done that had I not hit enter. That doesn't mean I've changed from single line text. It just means that once I was done with that line, I started another one. When I get to the very end of my typing, I can hit enter, it'll do another line, or as soon as I hit enter a second time, it is finished with the text option. Here's the difference. If I were going to have to edit, say I misspelled capital and I put an O instead of an A, I could pick that line as a single line text. It is not with the other 3 lines, even though that was all one sentence. So I could go in and actually type in my ED, my edit function, and it's now waiting for me to change whatever error I made on that single line. And it does not affect the other 3. So that's how single line works. You can put your text, again, as a single line. If it was a border title block, I go to single line, I pick where I want to put my text, and let's just say 0.125 is my height. Again, angle 0, and I just put my name in. I hit enter. I don't have another line to type, so I hit enter again, and it exits out the command. So center line is really reserved for those things, not really typing sentences like I did as the first example. It's more for those little individual short snippet items. The other thing that you have an option for are some of the different fonts. Again, when we talk about the fonts, you can actually use symbols in your text. So if I did an edit for my name and I wanted to add to the end of it a plus or minus symbol, there are %% options that you have that would give you those symbols. So as soon as you do %% and a particular letter, it will give you the symbol. There's another place when we do multi-line text that you will see we can actually add particular symbols to our text. So that's just single line, and that's your editing tool function.